Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's another episode on A Moment with Goody. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter celebration. I have come to welcome you back with another tip. To my first time viewers, you're welcome to the family. Don't be quick to leave because there's whole lot for you to learn. If you've not subscribed, please do. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for watching and keeping me here. In today's video, we'll be talking about building a healthy and strong relationship. It is one thing to start a relationship and another to keep it going. Sometimes a lot of us must have started a relationship and at some point we just had to leave for some unavoidable reasons. But there are reasons that can be avoided too, right? Well, I will give you tips on what to do and how to make it work. Relationships are like flowers. You have to nurture it, you have to water it for it to blossom. So if you want your relationship to work, then you have to work. Okay, so these tips I'm about to give you applicable to any form of relationship, be it a romantic relationship, a business relationship, a family relationship. If you apply any of these tips, I assure you it works like magic. So number one is being intentional. Being intentional simply means you just being straightforward, you just stating clear what you want from the onset. Just tell the person you are about to go into a relationship with what your goals are, what your intentions are, and what you expect. And trust me, it helps them know how to work with you, it helps them know how to be with you, understand you better. Take, for instance, you are a guy and you want to date a beautiful lady like me. And you don't want to have babies, you don't want to have kids, you don't want to get married, and you just start dating this lady who wants babies and who also wants to get married someday. She would definitely be expecting you to pop the question someday, especially if she has grown to love you and want to spend the rest of her life with you. And boom, wake up one morning and tell her that you don't want to get married or you don't want to have babies. That's going to hurt her. I mean, she's going to feel you deceived her, wasted her time, and all of that. But if you just tell this lady from the onset that, look, I don't want kids, and she doesn't find it okay, it's okay. If she leaves, that's fine. Doesn't mean you will not get someone who wants the same as you. It is better to state it clear from the onset. Tell them what you expect in your relationship, what you want, if you ever want to have babies, if you don't want to get married, the kind of dreams you want to achieve with whomever you are dating. That way, it is going to help. It's going to save you the stress of explaining yourself and the stress of starting another relationship over and over and over again. Another thing you should do is spend time with each other. This one can be so tough for someone who has a whole lot in their schedule, especially if you're working, you go to work, you have to return from work, and you also have to think about a dinner date you plan with your supposed boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, it's so tough. But listen to me, this is something you have to do if you want it to work. It's a sacrifice you have to make. You have to do something to get something. So if you want your relationship to work, you have to put a lot of work. You have to nurture it. You have to spend time with this person you love. You have to create time to talk to them. You have to create time to go out on a date with them. It makes them feel wanted. It makes them feel important. Every normal person will feel neglected if you don't create time for them. You have to do this if you really want your relationship to move to the next level. Number three is ask questions. Okay, a lot of us only do this when there is an issue to settle or whenever it is time for reconciliation, you are trying to settle a conflict. You can always ask your boyfriend or your girlfriend, is there something I'm not doing right? Is there something you expect me to be doing? Is there something I've done that you don't like? Is there something you think we should do? Some people find it so difficult to express themselves. Yes, some people find it really hard to tell you what they feel. But when you create an environment for conversations like this, It helps them speak their mind and tell you where or when you're not getting it right. That way, you know how to work with this person and understand them pretty well. It's so simple. You can always do that on the call when you're talking, whenever you're having that good moment, you're talking on the phone, you're on a lunch date, you're on a dinner date. You can always pop it up anytime, and it's not bad. It's actually another way of bonding because you've already opened yourself for this person to understand you and tell you what they want. Now you know things you should do to suit them, and you also have the opportunity to say what you don't like. It's that simple, isn't it? Number four, expressing appreciation. You don't need to wait for when he or she gives you for you to appreciate them. You don't need to wait for when he or she does something that is going to make you say thank you. You can always say it anytime, any day. You can always say, thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you that our paths crossed. Thank you that we met. I appreciate the fact that you chose me to love. Thank you for loving me. You can just say all those sweet words. You tell them how beautiful they are. You tell them how much you want to be with them. You appreciate them. This is going to make them want to do more. If there is something they have been doing, they want to do more because it makes them feel special. Number five is developing respect for each other. This one is something a lot of people miss. You have to develop respect for each other. First of all, don't date someone you cannot respect. If you cannot respect this person, I will advise you not even start a relationship with them. If you must date someone, then you have to develop respect for them, irrespective of the age differences, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of your achievement, irrespective of wherever you have been. You have to bring yourself down to the person you are dating. That way, you are going to respect them because respect is one of the strongest thing that bonds people in a relationship. When you respect someone, it means you value them. You have to respect this person even when you are having a conflict or a misunderstanding. You have to respect this person even when you are aiming higher than they do. You have to respect this person even when you have been to places they've never been. You have to respect this person even when you are much more older than they are. That way, it means you both are in the same phase and you understand what you are aiming for. Number six, creating healthy boundaries. If you want your relationship to work, then you have to create a healthy boundary. Creating healthy boundary means you shouldn't stalk them. Stop trying to stalk them. You're going to choke them. Stop trying to check their phones all the time to know which lady or which guy is chatting them. You want to know everything that's happening. You stop in the conversations. That's so wrong, okay? If you do that, they are going to feel you don't trust them. That is a sign that you have insecurity issues and it's a problem. If you do, they're going to feel choked. They want to leave, they want to break out of that relationship. So if you really love someone and you really want to be with them, then you have to give them some space. You have to let them breathe. That way, they're going to feel free around you and tell you anything. Number seven, take responsibility for your action. Very, very important. Some people find it so hard to say sorry. It's nothing. It's not taking anything off you. You're going to be human after saying it. It doesn't stop you from being that beautiful girl you want. It doesn't stop you from being that cute, handsome guy you've always been. Just say sorry. Even if you don't mean it, just say it. It's going to clear the space. It's going to make everything calm. The word sorry is so powerful that it can heal a lot of wounds. Yes, just say sorry. You are wrong, you say sorry. For as long as they say they are hurt by what you did, just say sorry. Then you can proceed to justify or tell them why you actually did what you did. But please always say sorry. I'm sorry I did this. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was going to hurt you. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it's going to do this or that. After saying sorry, you're going to see that they are going to come to you and talk. You don't have to always shy away from saying sorry. It's going to destroy you and your relationship as well. So if you want it to work, then you have to learn to say sorry. The last one is say I love you. I don't know why you'll be dating someone and you will not tell them how much you love them. Say it after a phone call. Say I love you. After your conversations, say I love you. When you're leaving for work, say I love you. After apologizing, say I love you. Remind them of how much you love them all the time. You're going to fill their head with your thoughts. You're going to be the only person, the only thing in their mind. Say I love you all the time. It's so magical that they're going to be at work and they'll be thinking about you. That is how strong the word I love you is. We have come to the end of today's video. I hope you learned something. If you watched to this end, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed? Why? Just hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified in my next